So, boys and girls, today is the day where the bulking series starts, the Natty bulking series. Feel like this could be something worth watching along, potentially. I hope so anyway, otherwise it's a waste of time of me making them. So what we're gonna do today is train upper body, and we're gonna go through a full day of eating. We'll kick things off with the first meal of the day. So we've got 2 bagels along with 35 grams of peanut butter and 1 banana. Anyway, I've ate, I'm hydrated, and it's time to go to the gym. And before I go, let me just show you what I'm gonna be taking before I go. So a pre-workout along with some creatine. So if you're wondering which pre-workout I use this Summer Sessions pre-workout from Protein World. And if you want 40% off of any products from Protein World at all, just use my code PWBRAT. And also, whilst I'm training as well, I just have some BCAAs, and no real reason for that in particular. It's more just because I like the taste during my session. Before I go to the gym, I'm just gonna go over the session I'm doing today in terms of exercises, and then I'm just gonna talk about where I'm currently at, where I'm planning on getting to, and yeah, just a little bit of a ramble, to be honest. So in terms of this session, I'm starting off with a lateral raise. I do 2 lateral raises in this session just because my weakest link on my body is my medial delts. So I am absolutely blasting them with a lot of intensity, a lot of volume, and the last 6 months or so I have seen some development. So I'm going to continue doing that. So I'm starting off with the lateral raise, and then the first press of the session is a barbell bench press. So obviously not the most optimal exercise, but you know what, I've never seen someone that's natural moving 3 plates for reps with good form of the bench press with a small chest, and my chest is actually my strongest muscle group, and I put that down to being relatively, I think, quite strong at bench press for my body weight. So the most I've done on a bench is like 3 plates, and I want to get that this year for multiple reps. I feel like if I try to do 3 plates now, I reckon I could do it, even though I'm 8 kilos lighter than what I was. I feel like pushing up from this point is quite exciting because I should be able to add a fair bit to my bench. But I do have a bit of a slight issue with my pec at the minute. Like my right side, my pec mine is quite tight. So I'm finding it hard to actually lengthen the pec properly without my shoulder internally rotating. So I might have to do like a slight decline on the bench, or maybe like a spoto press or something. Play that by ear, see what happens. But bench press is going to be in properly for the next like 6 months or so. But then after that, we're going to go into a pull down. The next movement will be another chest press, so no shoulder pressing. The reason for that is because on my other push session, I do a shoulder press as the first press. That's more of a shoulder dominant push day, and this upper session is more chest focused, although I probably don't need to focus on my chest as much. But you know what, I just enjoy training my chest. So like with the bench press, probably not the most optimal thing to be doing, but if I enjoy it, that is the main thing. So yeah, we'll go into an incline chest press machine after that. Then I'll go into an upper back row, and then the other lateral raise variation, which will be on the cables, a Y raise, and then I'll go into some arm work. So with my arm work, I don't actually keep the same thing in rigidly all the time. I feel like for me, I don't focus on progressively overloading them too much, which sounds like proper bro science, I know, but it's more about, for me, internal feel. As soon as I start chasing load on some exercises like ab crunches, bicep curls, lateral raises to some extent, I feel like I end up just losing that internal feel, losing that kind of integrity to my form, because the progression on their movements is going to be slow. So in terms of my goals, in terms of pushing body weight up, I'm currently 165.8 pounds this morning. This time last year at my leanest, I was pretty lean, to be fair. I was 152 pounds, which I know is very light, but I was pretty sharp at that weight. So at that body weight, I can't sleep well, I'm hungry all the time, no sex drive, literally my testosterone crashed to 1 nanomole per litre. I'm never ever going to try and maintain my body weight under 160 because I just feel like death. So the plan isn't to bulk up to like 200 pounds because you're just gonna get fat. I've made that mistake before where I kind of push up a bit, I'm like, oh, I'm a bit soft now, and then you just kind of keep gaining a little bit more body weight, you don't really look that much different, and that's because you're already soft. I'm gonna kind of bulk at a slow rate around like ½ pound probably a week, probably more towards like 1.5 pounds a month, and be quite intuitive with it. If I gain like 1.5 pounds in a month and I'm looking quite a bit softer, I'm not going to continue bulking. I'll probably go into like a holding phase, retain that body weight for a little bit, kind of make that body weight look a little bit better, and then push up again. Anyway, heaviest I've ever been is 85 kilos, which was way too fat. I'm never getting that fat again. I think if I can get up to 80 kilos slowly by like April time, that would be good. That's another like 5 kilos or 4.5 kilos to gain. Maybe I will push up a little bit more than that, but the goal is to do it slow and not get fat. But there you go, that is what's on my mind at the minute. I'll speak about other stuff a little bit later, but let's hit the gym, hit some PBs hopefully, and have a good one. See you in a bit.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo, no, I ain't the type to get give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead.
So that session was pretty decent in terms of like hypertrophy. I probably look the best I've looked at this bodyweight, which is really good. However, and this is a big however, it was like a very frustrating session at the same time. What I mentioned earlier in the video about having tight pecs, well, just one tight pec really, it showed in the session so bad. So with a machine, I can actually get by a little bit more just because of that external stability with the machine that provides. I'm able to kind of get a little bit tighter. But with any kind of free weight press, it's so difficult because I can't actually like fully retract my scapula. And also with the flat barbell bench press, which is the lift I really want to improve and get better at this year, and it still will be the goal, I wasn't actually able to do the lift because what was happening was when I was coming down trying to touch the bar to my chest, I couldn't get that far down because my chest is so tight. So my shoulder would like internally rotate like this, and then all that's happening is my shoulder is taking an absolute beating. So obviously I didn't do a flat bench press. I'm getting deep tissue work done every month along with the stretching, the mobility work. It's taking a long time, and I do understand that because if I've got a tight pec from like years of pressing and not enough stretching, I'm not going to be able to undo that in like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's going to take a little bit of time. Anyway, for post-workout, we've got 2 hot cross buns that are a little bit crumbled up with 20 grams of honey, along with 100 grams of frosted flakes and 30 grams of whey protein with 200 ml of semi-skim milk. So I'm going to smash this down, and then I'm going to go visit my dad, my brother, and we're going to watch the Leicester game. So we're against Bristol City today. If you're a football supporter, let me know in the comments who you support. If you don't like football, then I'm disappointed. I'll still be your mate, but yeah, I'm disappointed. Let me know who you support. Also, whilst I was watching the football, I did have a protein bar and an apple. So, Leicester, 1-0 winners. We are going up, but it's time for the third minute of the day, and we've got something pretty simple, but it does the job. We've got 160 grams of chicken breast with some Cajun seasoning. We've got 100 grams of white rice and 25 grams of lemon and herb peri sauce.
2 hours later.
So it's time for the last meal of the day, and we're going to need 300 grams of some 0% fat Greek yogurt. So 300 grams of that, along with 30 grams of whey protein, 45 grams of this granola. Obviously the supplements are from Protein World, and we're going to need 75 grams of blueberries and 50 grams of pineapple. And this is how it looks when it's all made up. So presentation could probably be better, definitely could be better, but it tastes amazing, so you should probably try this one. Sometimes when I'm feeling really cheeky, I put like an Oreo in there. Would you eat this?
What is it?
Yogurt.
Probably not if it's just yogurt, no.
No, there's more stuff in there.
So what is it then?
Would you eat that? You would?
Yeah, that's good. Alright, too many blueberries for me, but yeah.
75 grams.
Bit excessive.
So now, me and Em are going for a Swifty, didn't we, Em?
Yep.
So, I don't want to advocate this at all, but on a Friday or a Saturday, sometimes, not every weekend, we might go for like a 1 drink. I don't drink multiple at all, just because it affects my training, affects my recovery, and to be honest, I don't like waking up feeling not great. And the reason I'm including this in this video, because I feel like it's good to be transparent that I don't eat like chicken and rice every meal, never drink this, that and the other. I live quite a balanced lifestyle where I'm like 90% training and like 10% where I kind of give myself that leeway to have more of a normal life. For me, kind of being 100% all in, those extra few percents that I like chase isn't worth how much it takes away from my life. Obviously when I'm dieting, then I'm in like 100%. I never go out for a drink or anything like that. But when I'm in like a bit of an off season, gain the face, whatever you want to call it, yeah, I've just got a bit more like flexibility. So with my actual total calories and macros per day for this bulk, I'm kind of just establishing where they should be, because prior to going on holiday, I was eating around 3,500 calories on a training day, 3,000 calories on a rest day, and I was roughly kind of holding body weight. But I came off holiday a kilo lighter, but felt fatter. That sounds weird, but I feel like I just lost kind of like muscular fullness. But now after like a week of training, I feel like I almost look better. So I'm gonna eat like the same macros as what I was doing, and then we'll assess the look, assess body weight, and then go from there. So probably have a jump in calories on my training day, maybe keep the rest day calories the same. Tell them what to do.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will hit 10,000 subscribers one day. But until next time, see you then.